So you probably thought last time that usually when it comes to timers in games, it's like they're very generous because you're not supposed to do these things multiple times. And that is true. If you're not playing on the hardest difficulty. If you are playing on the hardest difficulty, it takes the entire half hour. Strap yourself in, boys. We're going to be here a while.
Oh my god, because this is going to be like a half-hour episode. I know
Yeah.
that much, so.
Hey, we'll still get the epilogue to it, but not much more. Oh, and boy, what an epilogue it is. In fact, you just, since we're not going to get too much time because it's happening right at the end of the episode, you just want to get into it right now.
I don't know what happens, so I don't really care either way.
Oh, so let's at least be somewhat vague so you can be surprised on some stuff.
Okay.
Apparently, this is apparently, yeah, the plan from the villains to try and, get the Phantom Thieves. Yeah.
The plan from the villain
Like,
is
oh.
to get the Phantom Thieves?
Oh, those pesky Phantom Thieves, we're going to get them.
So,
Which, I don't know if you remember the last story arc that they set up entirely to
build them up.
yeah.
Okay.
What is this game? Yeah, because the thing is, it's just like, it's like, okay, so Okamura, yeah, obviously he's not the guy that's doing the whole, mental shutdown stuff.
Clearly
But
not
it's like,
the
he is in
master.
league with them, so it's like, we gotta get rid of these guys, and we'll also get rid of the Phantom Thieves at the same time, and it's just like, weren't you? Oh, we needed this guy for the money, but now, now we can also use him to get rid of the Phantom. You just spent so much money with the whole MedJed thing.
So, I'm vaguely gathering a sense that this whole palace is another ploy by the villain to just
To
toy
do
with us,
something.
toy with us after toying with us in the entire last arc. In the sense that MedJed was just a complete fiction. They weren't a real.
Yeah.
They were just a group of hackers.
They were a manufactured threat.
They could be poked over with a feather.
I think that the plan was to just have them, admit defeat at the end of the arc if, Futaba wasn't there. At least that's what I thought they were. I honestly do not know where this story is going anymore. It's just all over the goddamn place, I swear.
Yeah, and that speaks to a lack of planning. It's weird. How can it be so contrived and so such basic problem in planning? How can that happen?
It's so weird that, why do they even need money in the first place that they need to, contract out assassinations from this guy? It's the powers are so ridiculously comprehensive that they have just by the whole assassinating people in alternate universes. It's I do not know what the justification for this is going to be.
So can I just ask, does Shudo know who the Phantom Thieves are?
That's the whole thing. Goro is working. Goro has access to the metaverse. Goro has clearly looked at the Phantom Thieves and been hey, it's probably a group of teenagers. Looking angry at them and everything like that. Ryuji's all oh, you want to blame us? Are you trying to accuse us of something? So, I don't know.
So, because that feels like a kind of a basic thing. If the villain, if Shudo is the main villain, how can we be in the dark this late in the game? Literally late in this literal game.
Yeah, it's real late in the game.
It's been 6 months. He's had 6 months. It's all around one high school. Shudo is a billionaire. Is that right? Am I... Stop me when I
is
say...
he? He had to contract out assassinations to this guy.
So, but Shudo has...
I don't know.
Okay, Shudo has a ton of money, has a ton of power. At least that's what my understanding is. To the point where he can get away with crimes, and yet he's having trouble identifying a group of 6 to 7 eccentric teens at a specific high school.
And you know, failed politicians, failed doctors, Mishima. It's like all these people figured it out, no problem at all. It's like Makoto as well. Sainajima has been here like the entire time, and she's seemingly Goro. Again, Goro works for him.
Goro is a detective, yes, a genius.
He's a detective, and his boss, or at least Sai's boss, who he also works with or works for, also knows about this. I don't know. It's all just like what I cannot get a read at all on what the villains are supposed to be doing. So anyway, this wave of the green suited guys, there are 3 of them in the hardest difficulty. There's only 1 of them in the normal difficulty, so it wastes a lot of time, even though all I'm doing is just spamming the same attack over and over. This is not my favorite boss in the game.
So you're saying there's 3 waves of these then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe I have to kill them all at the same time, or I don't know. Like, Futaba said something about that, then that would allow me to attack Okamura, except that's not true, because he just instantly summons more of them after you beat all of them, so I don't think that's... I don't know.
So, Haru...
Anyway, yeah, maybe it's the fact that he ran away, that it's just like, okay, well, now I gotta do it again. It's like, oh, what? No, wait, that doesn't make any sense, though.
Same, well, it's you know, hordes of faceless executives. Yeah, no, I like the idea there, but it's kind of not good from a gameplay perspective.
No, not at all, because again, they're all weak to the same thing, so I just keep spamming the same thing over and over. There's no real strategy for what to do.
They just keep, they could potentially, maybe that's some sort of commentary, you know? Capitalism it's one-dimensional, but it has that, it's so good at that one dimension that you have to keep fighting it on its own terms over and over and over. And
yeah, that's definitely what they were going for.
It can eventually lose. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it.
Surely that is what they were going for with this, and not just like, I don't know, like, you know, we had a few pretty good boss fights prior to this. Let's just whatever. He's a guy in a chair. And he summons mini bosses over and over until you get sick of it. He had a gun. What happened to the gun? He should be shooting us with a gun. He should not be shooting us with a gun. This is already actually pretty difficult. So, as you can see, I'm starting to run out of resources like crazy.
Yeah, and I don't like that the way that they made this the hardest difficulty was just to repeat 3 of the same thing. That just is so messed up.
I honestly, like I said, maybe there was a mechanic that I just screwed up, but I don't know, because I swear this happened. I had to do this battle a few times, and I swear this happened every time. So.
Post it in the comments if you know what we're missing here.
If you also play Persona 5 on the hardest difficulty and somehow managed to last until the 5th palace.
In the original Japanese, but also not the original game.
I would think that it's pretty much the same thing internationally.
Yeah,
by the way, the self-destruct order is in fact just a memo that says, dear employee, you are presently ordered to explode. The management. Which does not get translated in the English version, but I just think is a you are hereby ordered to explode.
Yeah. That's relatable.
You'd think this should be like Okamura just didn't really get much of anything at all. It's like we should know who this is. Like, he's all like, hey, this is my right-hand man, who is ... But I mean, yeah, Okamura just didn't get... I mean, you know, additionally, we got this entire dungeon here. Not too much to do with hamburgers.
Yeah.
Not as many things related to hamburgers as I would have expected. Yeah, we get like the wall stuff and also an attack that's coming up here, but aside from that,
It would have been cool if we could have gotten like Persona, like SMT versions of like McDonald's donuts, and just like you fight a big clown, or you fight a big burglar, or you fight a big,
That would actually be pretty. I mean, it's like they went hard on the space thing. They didn't go hard on the burger thing. I would like to have seen that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say that right now.
So
This guy is like the actual boss of this. That you have to go. How long have we been doing this? 13 minutes so far.
like a photorealistic build or something. That's what I'm thinking. Like, can you imagine how horrible that would be?
Yes, that would be absolutely terrifying. Is that really what they're going? I don't think that's what they're going for in Persona 5.
Like an 11-foot tall, purple monster who can consume you whole, and you just imagine
a drop of milkshake.
Imagine what the inside of it is like. Instead of cilia, or instead of the little hairs that you have on your intestines, he just got snakes everywhere. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the usual. I thought you were gonna say an underpaid fast food worker inside.
Yeah, I like that too. That's pretty good.
But anyway, this guy, his major attack is that he hit you and you die. It's not the most advanced boss. I'm gonna be real with you here. To be fair, if he hit Joker, that would be pretty bad, but he doesn't. And besides, I also have physical resistance on him, so he would not die. No weaknesses, at least as far as I can tell, so I'm mostly just going for technicals by trying to hit him with stuff that inflicts status effects. It's like the thing that I got going on with a main character right now is that he's trying to use like a skill that specifically, that targets everybody, low chance of fear. I never actually got him to get nailed with it though, so maybe that wasn't the best use of my HP. Whatever, it's fine.
Look,
I finished the fight.
Go between English and Japanese, just out of curiosity.
What? Wait, what?
Like some of the menu options, it seems like they're in English, and then you choose them in the Japanese.
Oh, yeah, it's sort of a stylistic thing.
Okay. I mean, I like it. I was just curious. Yeah.
That's just true for Japan as well. I mean, you'll see that a lot of things are just, like stylistically decided to be in English or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And of course,
there are a lot of loan words.
There's a lot of loan words. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a very
English is a language of business, so it's pretty commonly taught over there. That whole deal. It's also like sometimes a little bit more succinct depending on it. Here's the burger that I'm talking about.
Okay. I like the
that attack is something, isn't it?
Oh my god, is that actually the end?
No, that's not the end.
Okay.
I like when I saw that he was doing the charge up, I was just like, he's probably gonna be fine. It was not fine.
So
it was not at all fine.
What is happening here? What is going on?
It is called the Big Bang Challenge. Which look, I've done the Big Bang Challenge a bunch of times. The burgers are much larger than that one.
So, but everyone in your party seemed to die the first time. What actually happened?
I did not guard. Had to guard. It's like, because that is almighty damage, which means that it goes through any defenses except for guarding, which halves the damage, which is still like 70% of my health.
So was that a party wipe and then you had to like go through the whole fight again?
And then we had to do the entire thing again, baby.
Okay, I wasn't sure because it was a very artful cut because I was like, what? Everyone died and now you're back to life? Was that just a dream?
Oh,
like,
that's
just a hallucination of.
That's just the magic of movie making.
Yeah.
No, if only I just got the restart from that turn because that's like I clearly knew what I was just thinking. It's like it's probably not gonna be that bad.
Yeah.
Like no, it's really bad. Like even in like the English version that like has all the easy mode and everything, it still does just a ton of damage. Trying to block magic attacks. That ain't gonna happen because I've been going entirely physical up to this point.
That's gonna do. You can do that, but if you have if you have a half-hour fight that hinges on it, that's just so silly.
By the way, you can see the timer on the top there as to how long I've been doing this single fight. There we go.
For the third time, at least.
Yeah, at least. I think it only took 4 times.
Okay.
But still, it's like, oh man, I was here for a while. And it's like, I was actually getting to the point, because it's been 20 minutes so far, it's just like, yeah, we have to be getting to the end of it, right? Like, we can't have too much more, because the timer doesn't stop for dialogue, and I gotta show the dialogue.
So does the burger attack?
Oh boy!
The burger attack only happens once. Is that right?
Oh no, he does it multiple times, and he will do it multiple times. In fact, I think he's probably going to be doing it right here. It's yeah, and I want you to really pay attention to this one in particular. Specifically, I try to make sure that everybody gets healed up, kind of like at the beginning. Okay, so he does the charge. I think that doubles the damage of magic attacks, so it's like it's doing even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's rough. So yeah, Morgana's taking a knee. Look, I'm sorry, I don't want it to be that way, but it's gonna be that. Look, everybody else needs to have full health. You saw how much damage it did last time. Although with guarding, it's just like it was only like 70% of health. And check that damage. Like, at this point in time, I was wondering, it's just like, holy Christ, is it becoming more powerful over time? Because I don't know if I can beat him in that time limit.
That rules.
That was with guarding. I guarded there. Oh, man. Like, no, I guess it's just got variance on how hard it attacks or something, because, like,
I don't think
that was
does.
way
I
more.
think it's a party wipe if you don't guard it, and it's 70% of your health, and it does.
That was like 99% of my, well, that was like 95% of my health that time, though, on every character. I do not know what happened, but it's like that was shockingly close to death, even with guarding. I mean, I guess maybe it's that he got I had his attack down before. I don't remember if I hit him with that or not. I probably should have for this battle, but I was kind of also looking at the timer the entire time, too.
Now, in fairness, this is the hardest difficulty. I can kind of see...
That is still an almighty attack, though. It goes through any, like, natural Persona defenses, and you can't, like, use a reflect magic type of skill to try and, you know, prevent yourself from taking damage, because almighty goes right through that. It's pretty great. And he going for it again. And this is, of course, when I was also tugging at my collar even more, because I'm just like, well, if he nearly killed me last time, he might actually just kill me this time, especially if they're doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think an almighty attack can hit, like, weaknesses or technical or anything like that, but I don't know. Anyway, Morgana, yet again, taking a knee. Look, to Cat, as we've talked about before, the Cat's whole storyline was that, yeah, I mean, I was actually even like, okay, you're getting extra defense on top of it. So Makoto's also taking a knee.
Well, yeah.
They're also the two that happen to be, like, inflicted with the status effects. So, you know, if you're going to take out any.
This is such like a stupid attack too. Like it's just like, oh, it's just. I mean, like we were talking about, like, you know, like how you could incorporate the hamburger into the battle. It's like, but just they clearly just have like a Happy Meal, and then it just explodes in, like, you know, what does that mean? What is that doing?
It works. I think that works because it is the Big Bang Challenge attack, and the Big Bang Challenge is a thing that you do to get the guts at the Big Bang Burger.
I suppose. And does having guts help you survive that?
No, having guts is just for, like, the you know, social link stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, I need to have like rank 4 or something to even talk to UI in the first place. Okay. Gun chop owner guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing it again. But here I'm just like, I'm gonna go for it, man. Cause yeah. Although Haru actually did manage to survive that without there. Okay. Haru actually did manage to survive that without guarding, because the variance is apparently real wacky on that attack. Wah wah. I mean, as you probably would have expected. Yeah, we get it, Haru.
Just shut up, Haru.
Also, yeah, it hasn't been Forsaken. We just killed everybody.
Yeah, we just...
It's like, oh no. Yo, I got like 5 minutes left. Just hurry it up here. Shut up and do it. Look, everybody just started attacking him. He doesn't even have his gun anymore. Yeah, I know. I got it. Yo, 5 minutes. Hurry it up.
Yeah. What happens at the end of the 30 minutes?
I didn't find out, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
I assume it's just game over, right? Everything just explodes.
Yeah.
Because yo, we are currently in a space station, and as you know, all space stations in fiction are basically powder kegs.
Yeah. Of course.
That's just a normal thing. So I'm just like, what? Can I find a weakness here or something? Because yo, that's like boss level health.
Yeah. This seems pretty rough. I mean, I know we're coming to the end of this, but still, like
4.5 minutes. Well, here's the thing. I'm not afraid to cut. So you might find. I mean, I didn't hit the time limit, but you might see something coming up here soon. There we go. That was decent. Oh, come on, guys, please. Get, like, the stun? No. Haru, get the triple shot. Haru, I swear to God. That was 2 times in a row.
How can you be so useless in this context, Haru?
This is your own fight.
You're fighting yourself. You know all your weaknesses.
Oh, thank God, Okamura.
Self-destruct.
Thank you for doing this. Yes, what a terrible person. Okay, get to it already, man.
Yeah.
Hurry it up. Haru.
Get on with it.
Haru, you should have nailed the last 2 attacks if you wanted that to be even a possibility.
Yeah. Your father is no longer loyalty. And I'm sure it doesn't mean much to you, but why is she self-destructive, by the way? Just how does that make any sense in this context?
Yo, so Joker is going to be guarding. Everybody else, I'll try to at least fulfill Haru's wish.
I see. So she's self-destruction. I see. She's gonna. There you go.
Oh my God, Haru. All right. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left.
And no one important died.
And nobody important got, I mean, like, literally. We talked about this last time, how it's just like the gameplay also makes Joker the center of the universe. What happened to his gun? Futaba, hurry the fuck up.
Did Futaba just say father that had us come to end this? Did I see that right?
That was supposed to be hard.
Oh, okay.
What happened to your gun? Well, that was predictable. Anyway. Oh, thank God. So close.
Yeah.
I was so ridiculously close to the end of that time limit. I can't believe it actually happened like that. Like, the entire thing with time limits is to give you a sense of urgency, but not to actually make it urgent, unless it's like a game like Flashback.
Yep.
Oh. Well, anyway, look, it's done. It's done. Yeah, isn't that so? Isn't that so apropos? Yeah. Give us everything we want.
You're totally broken. Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. I don't have to move in with Shido Jr., right? But we don't know his name yet. With fiance. Now. I mean, we already talked about this earlier in the episode already, so, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the reveal. And the reveal is... I don't know, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he does.
He's related to them, though.
Yeah, he's just... Maybe you can follow a trail. He's got breadcrumbs. MacGuffins.
I mean, that's the whole thing where it's just like you just talk to him afterwards. It's not like he's dead.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like we usually don't talk to the villains because who gives a fuck about the villains after they apologize?
Yeah.
But, you know. It's like, hey, at least that's possible.
Yeah, can't you stop your own palace from self-destruction?
I mean, that is literally how it works every single time. Whatever. I mean, I guess they didn't need to necessarily. They could have just kept the treasure kind of hanging out there for a while. But I really don't know how exactly it works. Is it the second that somebody that's not like the palace owner touches the treasure, or what? Who knows? Point is, Morgana just did that. Yeah? Did he? No, of course not. By the way, guys, you can't sit here and pretend that the reveal was, so there is another person in the metaverse.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. They're just like, yeah, that's the big plotline reveal for this palace. It's like, oh, fuck that. Like, they have the gall to pretend like that's what it is.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the princess was in another castle was funny because it wouldn't have made sense to have like the final boss be the first castle. It wasn't like a. It wasn't meant to be like a narrative guideline for aspiring writers. Like that wasn't like, oh yeah,
very much so.
If you're writing a game that's really long, you
can
just have them go to a different palace.
So, yeah, that's a twist, but that's also why we got nothing out of this fucking character in the first place.
Yep.
They straight up killed him.
Wait, is Okamura actually gonna be dead?
I guess so.
Oh my god.
Which is, yeah.
That's actually.
We just killed
that is
well,
actually
we didn't kill Haru's dad. But at the same time, it's just like, oh, you couldn't just have the fantasies do it themselves, eh? Yeah.
Well,
but it's like, hey, like, yo, somebody actually fucking, like, yeah, Okamura, if you assassinate the, if you kill the shadow in the palace, like, the person dies. That's what happened to Wakaba, Futaba's mother. So that's kind of interesting, but also is, like, super arbitrary, just, like, at the end of the fight to have some guy who I guess didn't explode in that explosion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just walk in and just fucking assassinate him?
Yeah. That's so weird.
Well,
and
so there you go. That's the entire thing. Basically, Okamura is just gonna straight up die.
Wow.
I guess. So we're not gonna get any more plotline from that. Oh, there you go.
Well, I guess I'm kind of just glad the plotline is wrapped up. I don't really care about Okamura. Like, he can live or die, you know.
Well, now now what we're gonna have happen is that you remember, like, way early in the storyline that, like, hey, the only time that you get people in mementos pissed off at you is if you somehow anger the entire public. Wink, wink. Yeah.
Also, like,
so that is also, you know, hey, one of our party members just had their fucking dad die.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
An interesting storyline.
Like, oh yeah, your dad just got killed, but at least you got a board game.
We didn't do it. Yo, it might have seemed like the last time that he was alive was when we did this whole thing, but it's like, no.
Well,
I don't even fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that whatever happens past, I mean, it's like, this seems interesting, but it's like, whatever happens past this point, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty disappointing.
Yeah, actually,
like,
yeah,
every single
like
time.
An actual plot, like things have actual stakes. I wish they'd done something like this a lot sooner because it's like otherwise, because the rest of the game just feels like, okay, why don't you? Why did it take you this long to have actual stakes, actual conflict?
Yeah. Yo, man, I was talking about, like, hey, what if they just killed Kamoshida, like, back in the Kamoshida arc?
Yeah, and made it clear that they were killing him, like, because of his
Yeah, because
deeds.
it's clearly not. I mean, it's like, I guess they didn't see him, so maybe they'll just assume that, no. I'm just, every single time I'm just like, maybe something interesting is going to happen. I'm just tempering my expectations of, like, no.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll be able to imagine that something interesting happens. The imagination is how you can get past this.
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of speculation, and it's just like, I mean, it's true. You can hear it in my voice that it's just like, I want to speculate so bad, but I also know it's just going to be disappointing.
Yes. I know it's going to disappoint me.
But hey, that was kind of interesting. We got to see a dude just get shot through the chest.
Yeah.
That's not something we see commonly.
Also, it would have been, like, just from a dramatic standpoint, it's kind of horrible to say this, but it would have been better to have him be killed with them on screen. Like see the Phantom Thieves see the consequences of their actions. They see, okay, this
Well,
got
but it's not their actions.
Yeah. Like, and it's like they
It's not their actions at all. That whoever that was, Goro probably. Well, no, because he would be too villainous to be Goro. It's just, yeah, we get it. We know what happened. We just fucking saw it. Good fucking God, Christ, Jesus. A convenient source of income, you know, like all the to pay for all that money we spent building up the Phantom Thieves with Medjed. Oh my God! Well, all right. Like I said, this is just gonna be at the end of the episode anyway. But it's like we kind of covered this earlier.
By the way, check out the detail on that photo. I read that picture below. Like, clearly, I feel like they must have taken that as a photo.
Glossy JPEG out there.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Next time, maybe something interesting will happen. Probably not though.
Once more into the first Monday.
It's for Sunday.
Oh, it's for Sunday. Yeah.
Got it on Sunday this time.
Yeah.